Well, look, if you wanna like the longer time frame you have on your trades, okay, the more you need to focus on fundamentals and not just momentum. And you want stocks, if you're gonna hold the stock for many months and even quarters, there needs to be a reason for the stock to go up rather than just random momentum. Like, shorter term swing trading, you can just use momentum. You don't need any fundamentals. But, to catch a mover like this, something goes up several 100% in a short amount of time, you need fuel. The stock needs to have a reason to go up. And the fuel many times is earnings, big earnings and revenue growth. And obviously big volume. Some of my biggest winners, Fastly, Livongo, those stocks, these stocks went up 200-300% after my entry, and these had big, they had a lot of fuel, or the rocket fuel, and it's called earnings and revenue growth. Now, Fastly doesn't have any earnings, but it had, pretty good revenue growth. Fastly has enormous revenue growth and even earnings growth. Like a lot of these stocks that have made big moves, like Fiverr, well, again, big revenue growth, and now it's getting earnings too. qfluXi2su, this thing has very big earnings and revenue growth, even though a lot of, people call it a fraud. But like look at the numbers. Like the reason the stock is up, or was up almost 1,000% in less than a year, is because of this. Look at the revenue growth. These are the stocks that make big moves. So, I try to focus on stocks that have big earnings and revenue growth. Primarily revenue growth. They don't need to have earnings, but earnings, if they have earnings, that's a good thing. Now, obviously, I'm short it because I got a short setup, but, and W too. Well, W was a bit trickier because it had a slow quarter here, but now, look at the numbers, 300% EPS growth, 84% revenue growth. These are the stocks that make big moves. Overstock, 110% revenue growth last quarter. Oh, the market sniffed it out. This is why the stock went up 2,000% before the earnings report. Those are the tricky ones. When the stock has a big run up before good numbers, it's much easier when you have a stock that reports good numbers and then goes up a lot. And that's something. If you study the big movers over the past 10, 20 years, you'll see that most of the big movers, not all of them, but most of them had big revenue and big earnings growth. Wow, Tesla, Jesus, this thing is strong. Hey, maybe I'll buy some.